Hello, friends. It's been probably about 4 weeks, 5 weeks since I made a video. I'm popping in. Topic: depression. Really, really don't have a topic this time. Just have some things on my mind. This last maybe week and a half, depression from 1 to 10, probably about a 7.5. 10 is the standard, highest, worst I've ever been that I remember well. And if I think about it, it's a little traumatizing. Things that I'm going through lately, I'm thinking about ending everything really being dark, everything being not really fun. Things that I usually enjoy are not very fun. My birdies think I'm talking to them. Napoleon, do you have something to say? What? What? Yeah. They don't know what's going on with me. They see me going through moods, and they don't know what the hell's going on. He probably knows when I'm in a bad mood though, because I'm usually yelling and pissed by myself. Isolation, lots of isolation. Haven't been around anyone. I was around my sister for her birthday that we spent about an hour together, hour and a half. And that's about it. People staying away, basically. I've got this beautiful aura around me that keeps people away from me. If I talk to people and everything, if I am riding my bike outside, I usually ride my bike in the middle of the night. Lately, for June at least, that's my favorite month. I've been going out in the mornings, early mornings, to ride my bike. And I'll ride my bike down the trail, and I'll talk to really anyone that I want to talk to. I'm that way. I won't talk to a lot of people, and then there'll be someone, and I'll talk to them. And dogs are a good way for people to attract men's attention, with men or female. I'm noticing people with dogs stopping and talking to each other. Oh, how's your dog? How's everything? It's a perfect excuse for adultery. I haven't been doing the adultery thing. So I've been talking to some women on the path, and one day, oh hi, and we'll exchange names and everything. Oh yeah, no, they'll mention, oh, my husband or whatever. They let you know, oh, I'm married, so they'll keep flirting with me. Are you gonna go for it? Are you gonna go for it? No, I'm not gonna go for it. So then it's not advancing the way that they want to. So then I'll be riding a couple days later, and I'll see them, and then they just start walking the other way. They're not wanting to talk or whatever. And the way my mind goes, I can go through 1,000 things why that is with other people. And everything that I've been going through in my entire life, have I not noticed that people are basically, there's a front to us, and then there's what's going on in here, and everything that you're gonna put together, and women and men, what they're going for. And I've listened to other people on YouTube talking about what they think about relationships, what they think about men, what they think about women, alimony, divorces, 17 to 18 years being a real good amount of time to stay with the husband to get the alimony. Real dubious shit. It's interesting how people will gossip and spread things about people and things that are untrue with really no intentions other than to gain traction or attention from others towards themselves. And I think a lot of people don't have anything really to talk about in the first place. Their lives are empty, so they need to go and basically just start constructing a destruction of someone else. So they know, and I'd say this is either male or female. I'd say they're making their way towards something that they want. If they didn't get attention from someone or something didn't go the way that they wanted it to go, then same as a cat toying with a mouse. Why? For some reason, for sure. There is a reason why they're doing it. So that's been kind of sweet and sour, riding the bike. So now there's certain faces on the path that I'm not even wanting to see just because it's not pleasant. Because I don't want that pressure that I've got to advance with married women and stuff like that in order to just chat with them and stop and chat with them and all. It's strange. What kind of mood swings are they going through? Don't know. Is there a reason why it's the same faces out at 6 a.m.? Is there a reason why it's never really any new faces? The weekday or weekends? Seems like a little hunting ground out there for certain personalities at certain times. And I can look out the window and when it's hotter outside, when it just doesn't make any sense to be walking around in that heat in the sun. There's people walking down the path through my window. I'm looking. That's their personality. That's their time. That's when they're moving. That's when they're on the hunt with their skirts that go all the way up to their, you know what? Married 60-year-old women wearing skirts that go all the way up to their cracks. What are they up to? They staying warm out there? Staying cool in their dresses? I put all these things together in my head and it doesn't make me feel any better about the whole people thing. Doesn't make me feel any better about wanting to go out and be around people. Because everyone's got this, they've got their scopes on something. And they're saying this. And they're, oh, I love you, and you're so sweet, and everything. And they don't actually show it, though. And they don't, it's, someone's rationality or their justification of the relationship. Oh, I think that this person needs to do this for me and this for me and this for me because I do this for them and this for them and this for them. I make them food, or I do this or I do that. And then the other person, it's how much are you remembering that other person has done for you? And does it even matter? Because we've got to, how many hoops do you have to jump through when someone's got you by the balls, basically? If someone's cornered you in a relationship or in some kind of stipulation, they have an advantage over you. the more and more they can do this. So it could be even from riding on the path, talking to people briefly. I could really get an idea of their behavior. I can get an idea of what kind of people they are and what it is that they're really going for. All I gotta do is I gotta add up their age. I gotta add up basically how far into their marriage they've been. And now they're ready to go out and mingle and possibly use someone to destroy their relationship or to bridge over to, or they've already milked that cow enough. Now they're looking for a spring chicken. They're looking for something. They're looking for something to advance on, something to get up higher on. This is humanity, basically. Now, without bursting my head too much on the horribleness of humanity, I think about people that do have integrity, that stay with their partners, that stay with their friends for life, through thick and thin. The saying, through thick and thin. A non-fickle person. In some ways, I was thinking about that tonight. It's kind of a little strange that someone will stay in an abusive relationship or around people that suck, basically, or boring, or whatever, in that integrity or that loyalty. How that's kind of a tool that people can use against you, is getting you to think that you've got to be loyal to them, or society's spouse thing, marital situation, or have kids with you, or you have this pressure on you, or was riding a couple days, riding my bike out, and I heard a younger gal with a baby in her hand say to her husband something, and to me, what she said seemed really stupid. What she said, and the husband's reply was, "No, whatever, just shut up." And so she barked back at him, "You need to blah blah blah." And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I caught all that just by riding by on my bike. I caught that little tiff. It's that little marital tiff thing there. And I'm not in their living room. I'm not in their bedroom with them. I'm riding my bike past them, and I caught all that. It stays with me. All that stuff stays with me. So people maybe ask, why are some people not married? Why are some people just by themselves? Why do I not have partners or companions, or even many friends? I don't know if there's something further out in life that, of course, we don't know, that has something to do with how life goes for each individual. I don't know if that's the way that it is. I notice things go what seems to be somewhat well for some people. Seems like they get along with people well. Seems they have nice things. They have nice. Their appearances. They look healthy. They look nice. They look mentally. Just seems like their lives are going pretty good for them. And then other people, I notice, who knows what these people have go through, and it looks the opposite for them. Don't know. Did they get spit out of a marriage? Did they get their hearts broken? Did their families shit all over them? Or what happened? You're just not gonna know it. There's someone sitting on the side of the street with a "I need a beer" sign or something, looking somewhat pickled, with a quarter of a liver left. What the hell did they go through? Did they get their hearts ripped out of their chest? What kind of morale are you going to have if you were married to someone for 17, 18, 20 years? You kissed their ass left and right. You did everything for them. You swallowed your basically your personality was a empty personality, controlling yourself to always say, "Oh, okay, yes, yes, and then you come home and they're screwing someone, and you walk in on them. And all those years they were screwing someone anyways, and all those years they were telling that person that they needed to tell the truth, because openness and the truth is very important. Just completely manipulating the other person for all those years. What is that gonna do to your psyche afterwards? Not saying that this is gonna happen to you. I'm saying this does happen to people. Or you really didn't have any kind of hint or sign, and then you come home and there's a piece of paper laying on the counter. "I'm gonna leave you. I took this with me. I'll send divorce papers. It's over. Blah blah blah." And you happen to know, okay, we were right there at about 18 or 19 years. They lied to you. They get the alimony, whatever. And then, I don't know about you. How the hell is that person going to go on in life? And how big of a spear is that going to be through their heart to recover from that? I can imagine a male or a female. I mean, basically, this is generally going to be a male. It always can be a female too. They're going to go right to the liquor store. They're going to need to escape that pain. And then before you know it, 3 years later, 4 years later, they're full-blown hanging on to life for anything they can. And then there's that diminishing aspect of, well, before you had friends, and then now you don't, because you're not really worth much in society if you're not married. Well, not as much to the majority of people, because the majority of people hold up a standard. So they're married, they have children, they have all the things that a family has. They do all the things that a family usually does, and it's general. And if you're not fitting into that anymore, then, because I've heard others talk about, people I know, oh yes, she left him for another guy. And I'll say, yeah, well, how is he doing? Not good. He's not really taking it very well. He's getting over it. It's just not very well for him right now. I've heard that a few times. A couple of times in my day. These are some things that have been on my mind during shitty depression. So if you have a partner and you have friends and all that stuff, and they're treating you pretty good, and you're feeling pretty good, that's a real sweet life you have. If you have a harmonious relationship with a lover or a spouse or whatever, and you both love your children and everything is going okay for you, that's a sweet thing right there. It's something I never had. I never I never did have any of that in my life. I probably won't ever. Not the full blown thing. Probably not. I just know how to live this way. So there's really no. I mean, I know too much about life now to even bother with it at all. It seems. Because if anyone ever tells me that they love me or any of that kind of stuff, I'm probably not going to hear it. It's just going to go right out the other. And there's so much manipulation with relationships. It's right off the bat, I'm turned off. Now you basically have to really know that in relationships there's manipulation for someone to get what they want. There has to be, basically. The more direct we are with anyone, the less we get. Everything to get more in life, it has to be more freaking pirating, it has to be more screwing people over, it has to be more lying, it has to be more fibbing. There's no one out there doing really, really well that's not full of shit. That's just not the way it is. And all the people that are honest and tell the truth and all that, they're on the bottom. They're on the very, very bottom. And they have hearts of gold. And they're shit on. Not that the people that are doing real well are not shit on. They're shit on too, because everyone's shit on. If you're going through depression or any of that kind of stuff right now, do your exercising. If you have a little bit of energy, do a little bit of exercising. You got to basically crawl to it. Eat some good food. Stay away from soda pop and all that nasty stuff, candy. Let your body flush out all the toxins, all the nastiness. Give yourself a good 3 or 4 days. If you're in ultimate low, you'll come around a little bit. Even in 2 weeks of depression or 3 weeks of depression or a month of depression, it'll come around for you, and it'll come around for myself. It'll go, and I'll keep on moving. So you got to keep in mind the stress. So anything that's beating yourself up, you got to bring that down. You got to rest. Might need to sleep a little more. And if there's bloodsuckers out there in your life, well, they're going to have to go. They're going to have to go. You're going to have to. And it might have to come down to where you have to blatantly just say right to their face, fuck off. Go. Just get the fuck away from me. Forever and ever. Goodbye. I've had to do that too many times in my day. Take care of yourselves. I'll be around another time here real soon. Possibly have some other things to talk about. If you have anything you want to say about anything I said, go ahead. Write down below. If you want to tell me I'm a prick or whatever, go ahead. Say it. If you want to tell me that I'm a wonderful person, that I'm Mr. Great, go ahead. Sounds good. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.